Controversy this week is the decision to not open New York City beaches for Memorial Day weekend. That move prompting Long Island now to take emergency action in an effort to prevent New York City residents and other non-residents from flocking to its beaches. We did ask New York Mayor Bill de Blasio about that yesterday when he appeared right here on the Pix 11 Morning News. Listen.
I spoke to the Nassau County executive, Laura Curran, and she made the point that, people come to their beaches from the city, have for generations. But they're going to put limits on the total number of people in their beaches, obviously, because they need to do that. That's part of the state guidance to begin with. Look, this should not be about any ill feeling towards people depending on where they come from. This is about there are real clear limits on the beaches that will be open, and everyone needs to respect that to keep us all healthy and safe in the entire metropolitan area. In New York City, it's just not time for beaches yet.
All right, so joining us right now is Nassau County Executive Laura Curran. So good morning to you, County Executive. Thank you for joining us here on Pix 11. And I want to get your reaction to what Mayor de Blasio said yesterday here on Pix 11, that this should not be about where people are from. Because you came out shortly after that and then said, okay, you know what, we're going to close the beach to just Nassau residents.
So I have been speaking with Mayor de Blasio. I completely understand his decision. He is in charge of his jurisdictions, and he has density issues that perhaps we don't have here. So I understand and I completely respect his decision on New York City beaches. We have one beach that Nassau County government actually controls. That's Nickerson Beach on the South Shore. And because we're at 50% capacity, it makes sense for us to limit that to Nassau County residents. They pay the taxes for it. It's our beach. And of course, it's open to all of our county residents. Wherever you come from in the county, we hope that you come and enjoy the beach. We're putting up plans. We're ramping them up to make sure that we're ready for 50% and that we can enforce it.
Can you give our viewers a little insight into that conversation between you and Mayor de Blasio? Because yesterday when he appeared here on Pix 11, he said he did speak to you and he didn't get the idea that you were actually going to limit the beaches to just Nassau residents, and that's why he said what he said about New York City residents being able to still go out to Long Island. So what changed from your conversation to when you decided to actually close Nickerson Beach?
So this was a decision that I made actually after we spoke, after we had that conversation, because, looking at the reality, looking at the fact that we have one beach that we control, I think it's really important that we give priority for the health and safety for our residents.
Your communication director, though, released a statement earlier this week calling the mayor's decision to not reopen the beaches here short-sighted. You're saying that you understand, so I'm just wondering the difference of opinion there between your communications director and you.
I'm a big fan of just picking up the telephone and making a phone call and having a conversation. Mayor de Blasio and I have been speaking pretty regularly throughout the pandemic, as I'm speaking to the county executive in Suffolk and the county executive in Westchester County. And I'm not a big fan of drama. I think it's good to pick up the phone, have a conversation. And I understand that he has to make the decision that's right for New York City, and I'm making the decision that's right for Nassau County.
Understood. So what about New York City residents with weekend or vacation homes in the county or out-of-town residents accompanied by Nassau residents? How will that look if they try to approach that specific beach?
So we're looking at ways to enforce this. The way that makes the most sense, since most people drive to Nickerson, it's not a lot of public transportation there. We're going to check the driver's license of the driver of the car.
And Jones Beach is state beach, and beaches Jones Beach and Robert Moses Beach. Those are state run, and then you have local beaches by each municipality. So those are going to be decided by obviously the state and then each individual municipality.
Yes, exactly. So we have some town beaches, a village beach, and I respect the elected officials and the boards of those jurisdictions to make the right decision that is right for their jurisdiction, just like I respect this mayor of New York City's decision.
So you're also expected to make a major announcement this morning about the new summer beach safety procedures. So is this talking about what exactly you can and cannot do on a beach that you may have been able to do in past years?
That's right. Yeah. And we've talked about things like volleyball aren't going to happen. Concessions for food aren't going to happen. But we're looking at exploring food trucks. Food trucks are allowed if there's one operator, if there's one employee. So that's something that could really complement going to the beach.
And if people are, what does social distancing look like on the beach, right? So they're operating at 50% capacity. How do you limit the amount of people, and who are the enforcers then if you see something happening that you don't like?
Obviously it's challenging. We're going to have employees out there, public safety employees. Obviously, the police department will be there. But I found that our residents have been really good. They're really smart. They get it. They know what they're supposed to do. I know you